Hello, this is Andy Villafuerte, and I'm going to be talking about um my culture and my ancestors and my ethnicity. Um, I guess to begin, I am like fully Mexican. Um, it's been very difficult acquiring any sort of info regarding like my ancestors or just like talking to my parents and my siblings about who came before us. But and it's an assignment that I've had in the past before too, and I've really struggled, and it's been like really um it's difficult. And I guess I can kind of go through why it's so difficult, but at the same time I could share all that I know of. So to start, on my dad's side, um, my dad was born in Spain, and he came to Mexico. He migrated to Mexico at a very, very, very young age. And like I think like 15 or 16, he like saved up every penny he had and he flew to Mexico, and that's where he wanted to, make a living and to make money there and to work. Because he was dirt poor, like the poorest you could ever. And he used to tell me stories about him, like him and his mom and his siblings like eating out of a bucket, and it'd just be like fruit that was like they had to like um ration this fruit for like an entire week, and it'd be like five of them. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what? You can't even think. How do you ration like 12, you know, dragon fruits or like pitayas, which is what they're called, amongst like eight people, you know? Um, and so, oh man, yeah. And so he came to Mexico at the age of 15, 16, super dirt, worse poor. Like you cannot get more poor than my dad when he was younger. Mom was born in Mexico, born and raised, all of her siblings, everyone, Mexico. Um, Mom, dad met in this town called Santa Ana, Michoacan. That's where they were. My mom was born, and then she moved to a place called the bigger city. It's called Morelia, Michoacan, when she was like 15, 16. But my mom and my dad met right there. Boom. And then they told me the story. They dated for like a year or two in Mexico. And then at that age, at like 16, 17, um, dad went to the US. He went illegally, right, to the US. Yeah. And then mom went to the US at 18 legally. Um, and for some, I don't know if this was wrong or not, or if they're lying to me, but um what should we call it? They met they met there again, and they said my mom didn't recognize my dad, and then they got together somehow in the US, right? And then they had boom, they had our uh they had kids there, at like 18. My mom had like her first kid, which is my older brother named George. Okay, so cool. Mom and dad met. Sick. So now my mom's mom is named Mari. We call her Mom Mari. Um, her name is Maria Paniagua or Mary Paniagua. Some things you just don't even ask. Mary Maria, it's the same thing. I don't know, but and then her dad's name like Benicio something something, or he's Benicio Paniagua, but so is my mom because they took the last name. I have Chavez. Her name is Maria Chavez. That's my grandma on my mom's side. And then their parents, I have no clue. I have no clue. And I cannot get this information. I cannot. There's like zero documentation, like zero. Like this is a time when like they're so poor they can't even like they just live like on a farm with like no like legal bound like certificates. Like they're no one, and that's how it is, right? And they born Michoacan, in Mexico, and that's kind of everyone. And so I just know and my grandpa died. Benicio Banyao, he died like, dude, he got murdered like when my mom was super young. Like my mom was maybe 10 and he got like murdered. And then my grandma, Maria Chavez, Mamari, is what we call her, like her family. Um, she recently passed away like 3 years ago. But she made it to like 90. She passed away in Mexico. Um, so my mom has she has like nine siblings. Nine siblings. I can't even name all of them, but there's my tío Gary, my tío Vicente, right? Vincent and Gary and Vincent. Um, I have Margarita. Um, there is Teresa, my tía Teresa. Um, and then I have my tío Pedro, right? Pedro. And then, dude, I think that's it. That's all. I just have five from my mom's side. It's all I can. But she has five more. But some of them passed away. Some of them I don't even know. Some of them like moved in a different spot in Mexico. For context as well, I have zero family here in the U.S. Zero, zero. They're all in Mexico. I only have my siblings here, and that's it. And then on my dad's side, I can't even ask because I know it's difficult to get information. Because he had a very very difficult childhood. But I think I'd like to show is so before I get to that, my dad has quite a bit of siblings, but the main one that came to Mexico with him, he passed away as well. Um, his name is my tío Miguel. Miguel, everyone calls him. He's the coolest person ever, and he gave me this little coin right here from Mexico. Boom! It's 10 pesos from Mexico. 10 pesos. I don't know if yeah. Why am I so red? Boom! 10 pesos. And then I also the last time I went to Mexico, I brought back 50 pesos from Mexico, and as well as I got this rock when I went to a resort in Mexico. This place in Mexico is called Puerto Vallarta. It's in Puerto Vallarta, Jalisco. It's right next to Michoacan. Boom, this rock from the beach. I know it's dumb, but I got it from the beach and I like having it. And then another thing that I wanted to share from my culture is this right here. It's called a molcajete. It's like a mortar and pestle. Boom, boom, boom. And you can like grind um, herbs and spices and make, salsa. And it's awesome. Um, and that's one thing that I will always, appreciate so much because from that guy, from hand mixing, grinding, you get the best foods you can possibly have. And for context as well, going back to my ancestors, it's difficult because both of my parents have passed away very recently. So with that, I can't really get any more information. But now it's me and I have five siblings. It's me, little brother, little sister, um, and then I have an older sister, and then another older sister, and the oldest brother. Boom, six of us. It's a lot of kids. Um, and I hope to spread my name in the future, and I'll try to carry out my traditions as best as I can. Even though you know I don't really have like that first gen born and raised kind of um connection anymore. Like my parents passed away, so but I will try my absolute best to carry on these traditions um from what I've learned so far. So thank you very much.